Coming up on Look Today, well, Lake George Park Commission officers will be armed next year. I've got details. And Saratoga Springs City Council announces they'll hold one last meeting before Mayor Joanne Yefson steps down. I've got those details. And Salvation Army in Saratoga is hosting a fundraiser tomorrow. I've got the details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm J. Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. On tonight's program I sit down with Eric Uncuff and John Carr. They're both business owners in Warren County and they're here to talk about issues concerning tourism dollars in Warren County. Plus I also sit down with Alex Jones. She's director, First Night Saratoga. And we're joined by John Dorflinger. He's the CEO of the Saratoga Film Academy. And they're here to talk about one of the country's oldest celebrations to usher in the new year. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, Lake George Park Commission officers will be armed next year. Now, the Commission is the primary public safety and law enforcement agency for Lake George. And there have been extreme cases in the past, including domestic violence and trouble at the island camping spots that precipitated these safety measures. Well, we spoke to Dave Wick. He's Executive Director, Lake George Park Commission.
We've seen a number of incidents this summer, especially with drunken disorderlies. We had 19 boating while intoxicated this year. We had a number of situations where our one officer that was out there had to deal with more than a dozen people that had been drinking all day long. We have some drunken disorderlies on islands. We have domestic disputes. And all these things, we've been very fortunate, haven't gone terribly wrong, but we just want to be protected.
Tough decision, for sure. All right, in other news, well, Saratoga Springs City Council announced it will hold one last special meeting of the year. Now, the meeting was called to wrap up unfinished business before the end of the year and before the new administration takes over. It's scheduled for the end of the month. We were at the meeting where Michelle Madigan made the announcement.
Item number 4, announcement, special city council meeting for the last week of December. We've scheduled the special city council meeting for 2 p.m. on Thursday, December 28th. This has been added to handle any year-end city business, specifically transfers, make sure the budget is all in line.
Switching from news to weather. Expect snow. It's going to start later tonight. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update here on Look TV. We have an overnight low about 18 in Clifton Park, 17 in Greenwich, 16 in Fort Edward. So we're looking at a chilly night once again across the Capital District, as we'll continue to see overnight lows in the teens, generally with wind chills in the single digits. Snowfall possible with a calm breeze, so no threat of any wind chill. Maybe a slight wind chill with highs in the mid-20s. Could see about a few inches of snow on the ground for Friday, about 2 to 3 inches. With the current forecast, accumulating snow with that calm northeast wind, with temperatures in the upper teens to around 20 degrees. Extended forecast, we'll see 70% chance of rain and snow mixing in, mainly all snow on Saturday, but then we'll see a 30% chance of snow. May see some rain mixing in with a high of 44. 30 with a 50% chance of snow Monday before partly sunny skies after a brutal cold front comes by on Christmas Day, dropping the overnight low to 10 degrees, 21 the afternoon high. That was your weather update here on Look TV. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. Looks like we're going to get snow for Christmas. Yay. Back to the news. Well, Salvation Army in Saratoga Springs is currently $8,000 behind in the necessary funds to keep their year-round programs in place. Not good news. Now, they're also lacking volunteers for bell ringers. Well, today both Saratoga County Chambers of Commerce held a fund drive. Tomorrow, the organization is inviting anyone to ring bells on Broadway in Saratoga. And we spoke to Bree Barker of the Salvation Army.
Tomorrow we also have a Battle of the Bells on Broadway here. We have the Wilton Rotary, we have the Saratoga Springs Rotary, we had the Elks who did some volunteering this week, and we also have the Lions who are going to be battling out to see who can raise the most money in just a few hours from 10 to 2 on Broadway.
All right, up next, I sit down with Eric Unkauf and John Carr. Now, they're both business owners in Warren County, and they're here to talk about issues concerning tourism dollars in Warren County. It's the beginning of a long conversation. Plus, I also sit down with Alex Jones, Director, First Night Saratoga. We're joined by John Dorflinger. He's the CEO of the Saratoga Film Academy. They're here to talk about one of the country's oldest celebrations to usher in the new year. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea. How about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Thursday, but it's Friday for us. And as I've told you a couple of times, we're a small but mighty group here. So when one of us takes off, we all have to take off. So we're gone. Between Christmas and New Year's, we're all taking that time off, be with our families and our friends, and we'll be back on Tuesday, January 2nd. So all of us here at Look Media want to wish all of you and your families a safe holiday season. Careful out there, have fun, and we'll see you on the other side after New Year's Eve, January 2nd, right here. And tonight on Look TV, probably your last chance to pick up a very unique gift. It's our call-in auction program. It's called Sold. Great estate jewelry and coins. And don't forget, tune in Tuesday, January 2nd for the stories that matter to you. Merry Christmas, everyone.